Hello, welcome back to the final third. I'm here with my esteemed guest. Very grateful for Shiloh coming on. Shiloh Remy play for QPR. How do you feel today?
Yeah, I'm feeling good, bro. I'm feeling good. Missing football, but yeah, I'm feeling good, man.
I imagine, man. It's just been a crazy period. Jim's not looking too bad,
Crazy,
though.
crazy. It's my mom's a hairdresser, so she's sorting me out
Okay,
with
so yeah,
stuff. So,
not
yeah,
everybody's so lucky, man. See what's happening on the top of my head, man.
yeah.
It's all gone mad nowadays, man. But we're gonna jump right into it. So, for the academies, the 1920 season has been cancelled. So, have they told you what's gonna happen next in terms of when you return back to training? I know with the EFL, it's been a bit up and down. So,
we're kind of us at the moment. We're kind of in the wind. Like we don't really know when exactly we're going back. We know like roughly it's gonna be like July time, but we don't know exactly. We don't have an exact date, so we just wait and
yeah,
really.
just wait and see. So getting straight into it, when did you first play? Like, what was your first experience playing team ball? I know when you're younger, you have to kick about with family and whatever. But when was your first time really playing 11 alls, probably seven-a-side back then?
Like I was at Tottenham from when I was like 6, 7 years old.
Okay.
So my early experience mostly be that I was there from about like in the development. I got signed properly about under 8 or 9s or something like that.
Okay.
I was there till like under 12s. So that's kind of like my real early experiences of playing like organised football, like, or even before that at primary school and that. My childminder got me into like the Sunday league teams and that
Okay.
around the area. So that's mostly my earliest experiences. Yeah.
That even leads me on to my next question. What was your first experience really getting? So you said that you played for you first signed with Tottenham. What was your experience getting scouted? How did that come about?
I don't like it come about me playing Sunday league. I was at a team called Parkview Rangers. Shout out Parkview Rangers.
Shout out
Quite a
Parky
few
Range.
of us. Quite a few of us got scouted for Tottenham at a time. So there was about 4 of us all got scouted for Tottenham at the same time as well at the team. 2 of them still there today, and me and another person still playing football.
We're breaking up a little bit.
Young. I think just them coming to like Sunday league games and stuff like that. I think that was when it really happened. But because I'm so young, I don't really.
Yeah, it was
I
probably a
didn't
bit of
really
a
pay
blur.
attention to that. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't really realize what it was until I got released. Really.
Okay. So talk to me about that. What was the next stage after getting released by Tottenham?
I got released under 12s, and then someone used to be at Tottenham with me when I was younger. He left Tottenham and then was at QPR now. Was like the head of academy or something like that at QPR. So then the scout who scouted me at Tottenham got in contact with him and told him this my situation. And he really wanted me to come down to QPR. So that just felt like the best move, really.
Yeah.
So I just been there ever since.
Yeah. So if you want, can you tell the people what position you play?
I'm a centre midfielder.
Centre midfielder. Can you so growing up, what sort of players did you idolize or did you base your game on?
To be honest, when I was younger, I didn't really like. My idol was Thierry Henry, like that. Like because of my older cousin.
Yeah.
Like we're Arsenal fans. Like that's who we watched. So that was my biggest idol. That was like. But when I actually got older, I started watching football. So about like 14, 12, like around them ages, my idol is Thiago Alcantara for
Brilliant
Bayern
player.
Munich.
Brilliant player.
Like that's my favorite player that I like to watch. I could sit down and watch him for hours. But yeah, that I would say Thierry Henry was measurably my idol growing up.
So many,
Definitely.
so many young black boys grew up on Thierry Henry. There's no surprise there.
Yeah,
And when you speak about Thiago,
yeah,
talk about midfield player being able to control the game. I can imagine why you gravitate to that sort of player.
yeah. That's what I see like myself. Like I think the way he plays is I really would like to try and embody that way he plays because I think that's just perfection. Really,
So
like the way he plays the game.
there is a question I want to get into. So when you think about players like Thiago, players that you'd rely on to dictate the play, dictate the tempo of the game. Growing up, it feels like a lot of young black players aren't given that opportunity in academy. Sometimes they're shutting it out to the wing or they're told to play up front because they're fast. Did you ever have to experience some of that growing up? Is that something that you
Yeah,
saw during academies?
yeah, 100%, 100%. Like I only really started playing in midfield when I come to QPR because like
Yeah,
when I was at Tottenham, I played all over. The season I got released, I was playing left back. Like that was never my
that's exactly
position. But I
that's
only
exactly
really
what I was
started
thinking.
playing. Yeah, like I was only really started playing midfield when I come to QPR. Like I come as like a winger slash mid. Like I come as a winger really,
Yeah.
but then we had a coach there. Shout out Eddie. He just saw something in me, put me in the middle of the park, and then I've been there ever since. Really.
So you'd probably say that
Yeah.
it's probably a coach's trust that that allowed you to develop your game into something that you saw you could be in the
And
future.
yeah, and even now that I'm older, like it still happens. Like when I went out on loan, my first loan, I'm a midfielder, but I was playing out wide.
Yeah.
Like again, it was a coach's trust with Michael. When I went to Wolverhampton Abbey, Michael had enough trust in me to play me in midfield. I never played out wide, not one game at Wolverhampton Abbey. So
So
shout
crazy.
out Michael, man.
Always shout out Michael, big manager,
Shout out
going
Michael.
places. All right, so
100%.
so talk about your first loan. You said that when you went out on loan first, you was kind of forced to play on the wing. Where did you go out on loan to?
I went to a team called Stratford Town in Birmingham.
Okay.
Yeah, like there was a team that was struggling. I thought I'd be able to go there help, but obviously it's just everything's about trust in football really.
Yeah.
The man, like I wasn't able to attend training, so the manager didn't really know what I was all about, like didn't trust me enough. So it just didn't really work, to be honest. But as again, like it was my first learner, I learned a lot, 100%. Like the time I played, I really did learn a lot. So I appreciate Stratford for what they done, but it just didn't
It didn't really
suit
work out.
me. Yeah, it just didn't really work out.
And yeah, so compare that to, as you said, your loan at Waltham Abbey, where you linked up with Michael Spencer. How what did you take from the second loan experience?
The second learn experience, because I was actually playing, like I was playing it pretty much. I wouldn't say every week, but I was playing a lot more.
Yeah.
I was playing full games. Like I was playing in a position that I like to play, my favorite position. Like I learned so much just from like both off the pitch and off the pitch. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like what it takes for like off the pitch, like what it takes for a team in order to get somewhere really. Because like they were doing really well in the league at
Yeah.
the time we got there.
Definitely in the playoff hunt when the
Yeah,
season ended.
100%. Like that was bound to happen. Like the way he was playing and stuff like that. Obviously there was a few bumps along the road, but the way he played, like I learned so much from each and every one of the guys at the team, and the guys and the coach and stuff. They were so supportive. Like I could go to talk to anyone. Like they helped me massively, massively, massively.
Brilliant. So I want to quickly go back to the academy side of your career so far. For people that maybe don't know what goes on in an academy, could you tell us about the level of detail that's put into developing young players? Would you say that's like uh, such a high level, as in they look after your food, they look after
Oh
sleeping
yeah,
patterns?
100%. They try to especially when you get to like the scholar ages, where you're in full time. they tried to like take control of all of that really.
Yeah.
And they really tried to hone in on both your personality on and off the pitch really, because if you're good off the pitch, they like to preach that if you're good off the pitch, you're good on the pitch.
Yeah.
Vice versa kind of thing. So yeah, into you as a person, both on and off the pitch, trying to build good human beings really, not just football players, I think.
I hear it. So moving on to the while you was out on loan, what's the first difference you noticed when playing the men's game in comparison to your time in the academies?
The ball's just always in the air. Like, it's just always in the air. Like, Michael was explaining to me, like, before I even played, the second balls and stuff like that was so important at this level. And, like, I understood what you were saying, but I didn't really understand it till I actually played.
Yeah.
And I saw, like, how important things like second balls are. Like, when the ball goes over the top, like anticipating where it's gonna fall and then just picking up like little things, being close to your striker and that like it was completely different. Like it's a lot. Wouldn't say I would like to say it's a lot quicker. Like it's way quicker. Like the game, you have no time to switch off. Like because if you do, then your man's run off you and then it's a goal.
Mm.
I think that's the main difference between men's football and academy football. And plus the main difference is like the men's football actually means something. Like if you don't come away with the 3 points, it hurts a lot of the players. Like it hurts.
Yeah.
It's not just, oh cool, we go again on Monday. Like academy football, we lose the game. Like it's kind of you know what I mean? Like don't really mean that, but if you lose the game at that level, boy, it's not nice. You don't want to be around some of them.
You've got fans to think about, the players. It means more.
Way more.
There's a question.
And to think like on the scale it is like if when you step up the level, it just gets even crazier. And right at the scale I was at, it's still even crazy. So it's mad.
Yeah, definitely there's that difference. One thing I want to ask, so I've got a scenario. You're in the change room before a home game, let's say a big match before between playoff contenders. You've been given DJ rights. What are you playing?
Oh,
you got the speaker in your hand. You got to set the mood. You got to get everybody amped. You got to bring everybody together. What are you playing?
I got to analyze the change room. You know what I mean?
Change room. You got to know the people in the change room.
It depends if I'm at QPR, if I'm at Waltham Abbey.
Okay, I'll do QPR first. Then I want to hear Waltham Abbey because it's two different. Your QPR, you're more with younger.
Two different. Yeah.
But Waltham Abbey, grown men.
QPR, ooh. Everyone like obviously the little babies, the Gunners, all that.
Yeah.
Waltham Abbey is a whole different kettle of fish, to be fair. Because there's so many different characters. Like some guys like the house, the bass and drumming. That you got older guys in there that like the older type of music, and then you got like some of the guys that like the little babies and the Gunners. So it's so hard.
Yeah.
It's so hard. Like after every game at Waltham Abbey, before we went out to that Meat Mo song.
Dreams and the intro.
Nah, not the intro. I think it was on My Boss or something.
I'll be ran through my old hood.
Yeah. That one, yeah.
You lot went out to I'm a Boss.
Yeah, every game. Like literally before every game, that would be blazing.
Nah, to be fair, that's gonna get you in the right mood.
No matter what we listen to, just before you got, that's what we would hear. But like the variation in the music, like some days it will be like the little babies, the Gunners and stuff like that. And then some days it will just be all that house stuff and that. Like, I don't mind it, innit? Like I like all type of music, but
Is there a
It's
song that you
hard
picked up?
hitting for them.
Is there a song that you
Yeah.
picked up that you think, oh, I didn't know this was my taste, but I kind of mess with it.
That pump it up tune.
Well, wait,
They
Joe Budden?
no. That house song.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, listen to it.
Right. Getting a
It
little
was
music
it
plug.
was
I'm
a
getting a little
first.
music plug right now. I don't mind. I don't mind.
Yeah.
Another little game I want to play with you. Start, sub, sell. There's two different scenarios. You have to start one player, sub one player, and sell one player. Neymar, Salah, and Hazard. Which way you going?
I'm gonna have to start Hazard.
Woo! Start Hazard.
I know. I have this debate with my boys all the time. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to sell Neymar.
Oh!
I'm
I was not
sorry.
expecting that. I was not expecting that. What's your reason? I need reasoning for this one.
Obviously,
I need reasoning for this one.
like the way when I watch Neymar, innit, like obviously he's an amazing player. Like don't get me wrong, he's an amazing player. He can do things that no one else can do. But like if I'm the manager and I'm telling you to play left wing or something, I don't want you picking up the ball at like the centre back or the forward, like.
You don't think when it's someone like Neymar, you just think give them whatever they need, just let them play the ball.
Nah,
think
I
they got to play
don't.
to the system?
I can't run my team like that. Because then if I'm doing that for him, then all the other players are going to be like, oh, why can't I do that kind of thing? You know what I mean? I couldn't run my team like that personally. So yeah, that's what I'd have to go for still. It's a bit controversial, but
You've got future management, the way you're running the players. So you've got
I
future management. The second one I want to give you, Aguero, Suarez, and Lewandowski.
Oh, this is hard. This is so hard. Because like all three of them are like my top three strikers. Them three are actually my top strikers.
Class strikers.
Oh, but in form right now.
No, I want you to do prime, because obviously these are all past 30s, but I want you to give their prime.
So what would you say Lewandowski's primes now?
Like you could literally say his primes right now because he's just booting.
Because he's beating every game. This is so tough. Personally, favorite to watch. I can't even. Oh man, come on, Shiloh, make a decision.
It's a tough one.
It's so hard. My favorite striker to start Aguero.
Okay, wait. It cut a bit. Say it again.
So my favorite striker is Aguero, so I'm gonna have to start Aguero.
Gonna have to start Aguero.
I have to start Aguero. I just love watching Aguero.
I see this is paining you. It's paining you to make this decision.
It's hurting me, man. It's hurting me. I'm gonna have to bet Suarez and sell that one, man. Oh.
So loud. Woof. I hear it, man. Suarez done up the Premier League, done up La Liga.
He done it up, man. He done it all. Like Messi, Neymar, Suarez.
That one's going down in the history books.
Hey.
Have them three up front at the same time was literally unfair.
It's crazy. Like that. If you said that Neymar, I would start that Neymar.
Okay. So you feel like Neymar's taken a little dip since he's left Barcelona.
I wouldn't say a little dip. He's just lost some discipline.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear what you're saying with that. When you're playing in the French league as well, like the level he's playing at in the La Liga compared to League One.
Yeah, like that Neymar, I'll start him over anyone in that position. In that left wing position, there's no one that gets a...
There's never any right answers.
Today?
There's never any right answers, but you have to have your reasoning, and I can't doubt you've got your reasoning.
Yeah, man.
One question I want to ask: what's next on the cards? So, you had two previous loans. Getting back into some serious stuff. You had two previous loans. I assumed you would have finished the season out on loan with Waltham Abbey if it wasn't for the whole coronavirus.
Yeah, I would have. Yeah.
So, are you looking to get back into men's football next season? Or are you going to stay with the kid?
Oh, 100%. I'm trying to look out. I'm trying to look to go out and learn again. Trying to step up now, step up the level, trying to test myself, see if I can go higher. You know what I mean? That's the main goal, men's football. Really.
Yeah.
Like, now that I've got that taste of it, like I
That's
don't
exactly
think
what I was gonna say.
I don't want to go back. You know what I mean? Like, I
That's
wouldn't.
exactly what I was gonna
Like,
say.
it was like when I got there, I realized, cool, like I can deal with it. Like it's not like impossible for me, really. Like
Yeah.
I was dealing with the level. Like I was playing well. Like I felt good. So I don't think I would. I want to go back out on loan again. 100%, definitely.
I hear that. Great to hear that. Yeah. So a couple final things I just want to ask. So what during these times, I just want to ask how you been, like, in terms of everything we see with the protest yesterday. Did you go to the protests?
No. I didn't go into the protest yesterday.
I just wanted to check. So yeah, that's the final third. Is there anything you want to shout at the end of the interview?
So I'm gonna shout out all the man them, you know who they are.
We got the man.
I wanna shout out Michael, all the Wolfram Abbey, all the players, all the fans. I wanna shout them out because that's a memory and a journey I'll never forget. So I wish them all the best for next season.
We got Michael.
Michael and Billy.
Oh, co-managers, of course, yeah.
Yeah. Got to shout out Billy. What a beast. What a beast. Yeah, that's it really. And thank you to you guys for even allowing me to come on here.
Nah, the pleasure's all ours, man. This
Appreciate it.
conversation, appreciate it a lot, man. It's always good to hear from the young players, man. But
Yeah,
this is where
man.
the journey. This is literally only the beginning of the journey. Literally only the beginning. You're going straight, like, right to the top.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah. So guys, thank you for listening to this interview. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button. Got lots of different stuff coming for you. As always, thank you for listening. Thank you, Shiloh, for coming on.